Picture yourself at night, scrolling endlessly through your screen. The pale glow bathes your face. The room is silent, yet something feels. Your heart beats faster. Your eyes dart back to the screen. You're just reading, just browsing, but deep inside, something whispers, you're not alone. What if the website you're on isn't just showing you content, but watching you back? Ever wonder why certain websites feel wrong? Not because of what's on them, but because of how they make you feel, like you're being observed, manipulated, tracked. Is it just paranoia, or is there a reason your instincts are screaming at you? If you've ever felt that creeping sense of being watched online, hit subscribe now, because what we're about to uncover goes beyond what most ever dare to see. This isn't just about creepy websites. This is about the internet's darkest secrets. To solve this mystery, we need to go deeper into the internet than most of us ever dare. Welcome to the dark web. The dark web is a hidden layer of the internet, invisible to search engines. It requires special software like Tor to access, but beneath its surface lies more than anonymity. It's home to encrypted forums, black markets, and websites so secretive they disappear without a trace. Here, oversight fades, and something else takes its place. Some of these websites, they don't just hide, they interact, they track. Some say they even respond. The dark web is home to secretive communities, illicit transactions, and websites that you can't find on Google. It's a place where anonymity is king, and as a result, some of the most disturbing content can exist there, far from the eyes of law enforcement or oversight. Some of these sites, they may be more than just hidden. They may be designed to watch you. But how do they do it, and why? To answer that, we need to understand why surveillance, whether real or digital, feels so unnerving. It's deeply rooted in human psychology. When we're watched, our brains activate a fight or flight response. The feeling of being observed triggers an emotional reaction. Anxiety, discomfort, maybe even fear. Researchers have long known about the psychological effects of surveillance. In fact, the panopticon effect, first described by the philosopher Jeremy Bentham in the 18th century, explains it perfectly. Bentham designed a prison where inmates could never know when they were being watched. This constant uncertainty created a sense of unease and fear. They never knew when they were being observed, so they behaved as if they were always being watched. On the internet, some websites tap into that same fear. They create the illusion of being monitored. It might be a hidden tracking script, a pop-up notification at just the right moment, or simply the idea that your data is being collected without your knowledge. So, when you feel like you're being watched by a website, it's not just paranoia. It's your brain reacting to a psychological trigger that's been used for centuries. At first, it seemed like an art project, but the scale of it made people suspicious. Thousands of videos were uploaded, each one similar to the last. So, why were these videos so unsettling? Were they just a bizarre experiment, or was something more insidious at play? Some believed that WebDriver Torso was part of a larger surveillance project, an experiment in monitoring people's behavior online. Others thought it might have been a signal, part of some hidden communication system. But as we dig deeper into these cases, we start to notice a pattern. The line between strange and suspicious is thin, and sometimes what seems random may not be random at all. Another website that has troubled many is the Heaven's Gate Archive. This site is the digital remains of a now infamous cult, a group whose tragic end in 1997 still echoes in modern internet culture. Heaven's Gate was a group that believed in extraterrestrial life and ascension beyond the physical world. They believed that in order to ascend, they had to leave their earthly bodies behind. Despite the group's mass suicide, their website remains active to this day, preserving their teachings and their beliefs. Why does this site still exist? And what does it tell us about how the internet can preserve and even propagate dangerous ideologies? While the internet has made it easier to communicate and share ideas, it's also made it possible for extremist groups to exist long after they've been forgotten in the physical world. The Heaven's Gate website still draws traffic today, and some who visit it might find themselves caught in the allure of the strange beliefs it promotes. A third disturbing example is the Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Suicide Forest, located at the base of Japan's Mount Fuji. While the forest has long been known for its dark history, What makes it even more unsettling is how the internet has made it a digital spectacle. Visitors to the forest often film their trips and share their footage online. Some live stream their experiences, broadcasting their journey into this tragic place. But what does this mean for us? As viewers, what responsibility do we have when engaging with this type of content? By commodifying tragedy, the internet distorts our relationship with places like Aokigahara. What was once a deeply sorrowful sight becomes, in some cases, a form of entertainment. But at what cost? As we watch, we become both observers and participants in an ongoing, painful narrative. And this raises an important question. Can the internet be used to heal, or does it only amplify the harm? The science of fear. Why these websites draw us in. Now, let's dig into the science behind why these websites are so compelling. When we encounter uncertainty or danger, our brains go into a heightened state of alertness. This is a survival mechanism designed to keep us safe. When we sense danger or something unusual, our brains focus all their energy on processing that threat. This is called arousal, a heightened sense of attention and emotion. Websites that are strange, mysterious, or unsettling tap into this natural response. They generate uncertainty, keeping us on edge and making us feel compelled to keep exploring. Even if we don't consciously realize it, websites that trigger these feelings, like WebDriver Torso or Heaven's Gate, make us want to uncover their mysteries, even if they make us uncomfortable. It's a paradox. We're drawn to things that scare us, and the internet, with its vast, endless content, capitalizes on this. As we close in on this exploration, it's important to consider the ethics of what we're consuming online. Should we be watching these disturbing websites, or are we contributing to a culture that thrives on fear and exploitation? While curiosity is natural, the internet has changed how we interact with both tragedy and spectacle. In the past, if something strange happened, it was isolated. But now, everything can be broadcasted, shared, and monetized. As viewers, we need to ask, are we respecting the people and stories behind these websites? Or are we simply feeding into the culture of exploitation? Ultimately, these dark corners of the internet show us that there's much more to our digital world than meets the eye. Some sites are innocent oddities, while others may hide darker, more troubling motives. But each one reflects something fundamental about human nature. The desire to know, to understand, and sometimes to feel fear. So, the next time you visit a website, ask yourself, is it just a web page, or is there something more lurking behind it? If you want to learn more about the mysteries of the internet and the strange world lurking behind the screen, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And next time you browse, remember, there may be more lurking in the shadows than you realize. Stay curious, stay aware, and keep questioning.